How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the PlayStation offerings for August as well as the offerings for the final games with gold. We have PGA Tour 2K23, we have Dreams, we have Death's Door for PlayStation, and for games with gold we have Blue Fire and Inertial Drift. Now, I know some of these games may not seem appealing or just sound great, especially the Games with Gold's August offering and it being the final month, but I would highly recommend you pick them up because these are actually some really nice hidden gems. Now, we're going to start with the Xbox offering and go straight with Blue Fire. So on Blue Fire, you embark on an adventure through the perished world of Penumbra to explore unique temples filled with increasingly difficult 3D platforming challenges, diverse enemies, quests, collectibles, and more. The main combat is through hack and slash as you leap through deadly traps and master the art of movement. It's actually a really fun game, one that a lot of people recommend and one that you should probably pick up and try out yourself. It has got a Metacritic score of 71, so it's really not bad and definitely worth your time to check out. Now, Inertial Drift has up the racing rulebook with innovative twin-stick controls, completely reimagined driving mechanics, and a roster of fiercely individual cars. Now, of course, this isn't your typical Forza Motorsport or Gran Turismo. This is a game inspired by the late 90s, early 2000s. It's an arcade racer, not looking to pop, visually, graphically anywhere, but it does control really well. It's a lot of fun. It has a story mode, although nothing to write home about, but it is worth checking out, and both of these games are free. Let's not forget that Inertial Drift was actually made by one person, a single developer who poured their heart out and has actually delivered a really good game. The only reason this game doesn't actually get more praise or more exposure is because it is an indie game. Metacritic wise, Inertial Drift scored an 84 out of 100, which is extraordinary when you think about it, when you consider the other games that are out there doing AAA games and scoring well below 80. Inertial Drift, made by one person, scored an 84, and it deserves it with its gameplay, graphical style. If you're looking for an arcade racer that's, almost looks animated, late 90s, this is the one for you. Check it out. Now we move over to PGA Tour 2K23. Now, this one scored a Metacritic score of 73. It is pretty much what you expect it to be. If you are into golfing and golfing games, this is pretty much going to be for you. You'll feel right at home, and if you've played the previous installments, well, they won't be that much different from what you're used to, and this will just be a improvement on the previous year. So if you are into it, check it out. You can download it for free on the PlayStation platform. Dreams is the next big one. This scored a Metacritic score of 89. Now, for those of you not aware of what Dreams actually is, Dreams is a platform that allows you to basically go in and create your heart's desire. It's a indie gamer's dream, hence the pun. But what this game actually does is, it's not even a game, it's a gateway to hundreds of indie games. So as you dive into Dreams, you'll come to a portal that will let you play through other people's creations, other people's work, and honestly, it's pretty awesome. I know Dreams as a service has come to an end and support for it has ended, but don't let that fool you. Media Molecule have put their hearts into making what's available there pretty damn awesome, and you can still go in and build your own indie game, just there is no more additional support for this, but there are hundreds and hundreds of games in there that you can go in, try out, and just have fun with. They are other people's creations. Some of them are going to be great, some of them are going to be completely useless, but that's how it works. But honestly, definitely check it out. Finally, you have Death's Door. Now, this one is probably the highlight of them all. It's got a Metacritic score of 89 as well. So with this one, you pretty much are a little bird, a pigeon, who reaps souls of the dead. But the synopsis reads, reaping souls of the dead and punching a clock might get monotonous, but it's honest work for a crow. The job gets lively when your assigned soul is stolen and you must track down a desperate thief to the realm untouched by death. Now, when you actually start the game, you're in kind of like a grayscale world, and that's pretty much where your 9 to 5 job is. When you're on the hunt, you enter these lavish looking worlds full of color, full of vibrancy, full of character. Now, from what I've heard, the actual combat itself isn't overly great. It's very simple and it doesn't really improve. But it is made, again, by 2 people. And that on its own allows me to kind of put that aside and let it go. This game was exclusive to Xbox and PC for quite some time. It's only recently come onto PlayStation and Switch, which is why it's actually available now. And in my honest opinion, if you miss out on this game, you're missing out on a really, really good game. One I would recommend, probably the highlight of both. Inertial D would probably be second for me. Then it would be Dreams, then Blue Fire, and of course PGA being last because I've got no interest in golf. But the game has beautifully bleak worlds. Beyond the doors, you get to explore a land full of twisted inhabitants and countless secrets, bringing hope to the weird and wonderful characters you'll meet along the way. There's even a character called Pothead, for God's sake, because his head transformed into a pot, so he's now Pothead. But all in all, a really good offering. It doesn't look like it on paper, but seriously, when you actually get down to the nitty gritty, these are actually some really solid games, barring PGA because I don't like it. But these are some really, really good games. Definitely worth checking out, especially the games with gold. A lot of people are saying that they were expecting them to go out with a bang, and I think they actually did. These are some high caliber games. Even though they are indie games, they are some really, really high rated indie games that they're going out with. And again, definitely worth grabbing if you're on Xbox. And if you're on PlayStation, Dreams, Death's Door, definitely worth grabbing. I mean, PGA 2K23, if you're a golf fanatic, grab it. If you're not, you might just want to grab it for the collection since it's on PlayStation Plus. But yeah, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.